Hello everyone, watch this review here where they look at the Wal-Mart exclusive Green Lantern Action League 3-pack. This is from the movie series, and I wasn't even aware that they were having like exclusives or anything for Wal-Mart because I never saw them. Never heard anybody talking about them, but I was in a Christmas tree shop, saw these things, just sitting there on the shelf. Kind of hard to resist, mostly for the Krona, who I thought looks like a really cool character design here. But, it's kind of iffy picking up the packs. The other two didn't so much thrill me, but then I realized that the energy constructs, which I can't remember them including with like any other figure in the line, in the general line, might actually be usable for 6-inch figures. And that's kind of irresistible, especially with this really cool looking one that comes with Kilowog, so, Now I guess this is the rest of the movie selection. There's also a sort of normal, Green Lantern selection. I'm trying to remember what was different about it. I do remember it didn't have any constructs. I think it might have just been repacks of other stuff in the line. Can't really recall at this point, but this was the only one I was really interested in. Again, mostly for Krona. Other stuff didn't care as much about. But hold on a second and I'll get them out of pack. Now, before I actually talk about the figures, there's one thing I'm sure you are wondering, and is, does this in fact fit on the hands of your 6-inch DC Universe Classics figures? And apparently it does. I thought I would at least need the sort of 4-inch little piece that came with Kilowog to sort of attach it to sort of buff out, but no, it fits exactly on, so that is very, very cool. And this sort of line, I guess big game cat thing, it's not a line, it's gotta be, I don't know what that is, maybe it's a cougar or something. But I mean, that's definitely a pretty cool energy construct. Now I think the little cannon thing here will require the little attachment, but it should be doable. Now as for the choice here, I think I stepped out to the restroom during the training segment, so I'm not sure what actual constructs were used during that fight. Maybe these things were, maybe they weren't, no idea. But this in general, very cool looking design, decent sculpt work, and it's actually almost as big as, or approximate size of the figures themselves, so it's a decent value. I don't get this one as much. I've never really understood why they sort of fashion their constructs to look like weapons rather than just shoot them. It seems kind of redundant. I mean, in the case of a sword, you kind of understand that, but when you're sort of transforming it to a gun where the only thing it does will be shooting out energy, why don't you just do that from your ring? I don't know, but that's just me personally. Now, once again, this was the one I was most looking forward to out of the pack, and he does look fairly decent. I can't really recall him having his arms bound by yellow energy constructs, but I remember the cuffs coming with the 3 3/4-inch figure, so it probably was from the film. A very cool looking design. One downside is he is hollow, which is something they did do to cut costs on both the 3 3/4-inch one and also the Movie Masters one, I believe. So, whatever. I mean, it would be cool if they included a little flight stand or something with him that just pegs up underneath there, and then, he'd be above the ground. That would have been a really awesome effect. Probably wouldn't be that hard to do. Otherwise, really cool detail. Nice looking figure all around. Less enthusiastic about the other two, although I suppose it is kind of nice having the sort of movie style Green Lantern. Once again, you can clearly see this is based on the film appearance, because it's got all the little lines and stuff with the costume, and the sort of general coloring. Decent enough head sculpt. I guess the body design's okay. In terms of articulation, he has points at the shoulders, head rotates, and then waist rotates. Can't really do much with him though. I guess he can kind of shield himself with one arm or punch somebody, and the other ones where his construct is meant to attach. So that doesn't work very well, does it? Yeah. I'm not sure why they gave him such a huge thing. Unless it was specifically for the larger figures. That was sort of the draw there. By the way, in case you couldn't tell, he has head articulation and shoulders. Finally, we have Kilowog, who I was least enthusiastic about. Something about his design just seems really off, like his arms are incredibly long, but hey, whatever. I guess it is kind of stylized. The face, really stupid looking. It reminds me more of like a troll from like the Lord of the Rings movies than it does Kilowog from either the comics or the film. I mean, I guess there's some vague resemblance there, but you know, it's not all that solid. Once again, shoulder articulation, head rotates, waist rotation. Given the size, I imagine his constructs will probably stay on a bit better. Nope. I don't know, maybe I just can't get the balance right. It just seems crazy that they'd include constructs and then the characters can't actually hold them. And of course, this one doesn't even fit on him, so yeah. All in all, I don't know. For $7, not that bad of a deal. Considering that the 2 packs, when they were being sold in stores, were going for like 6 to 8. Krona is definitely really awesome. I guess the Hal Jordan isn't all that bad. I mean, it's a decent enough figure, but I mean, the sort of big draw here, besides Krona, is just these constructs, which are really, really cool. So yeah, this has been a look at one of the Walmart 3-packs. I never saw them in my local stores, but you know, I guess they are showing up in other places. Kind of like the accessories that came with that one, but I probably wouldn't end up buying it. But yeah, until next time, folks.